YouTube Slimes, welcome back to another video, and today we will be completing the complete story quest of the event. I did some changes to OBS, maybe you can hear it, maybe not, I do not know. I have popped out my magical filter thingy, like the physical object that you put in front of your mic. Maybe this will make a difference, I do not know, I hope it will make a difference, but like I said, I genuinely don't know. I also changed a few settings in OBS via the ducking, so the game should be a bit harder since last time I found the game to be a bit silent. And I do want to pay more, have more sound in like the videos as well. So we're going to continue the Vibrant Harriers Aloft in Spring Breeze. We still have these three like story quest thingies over, which I'll be doing today. And then we still have the Triumphant Frenzy left to do with the event and whatever. So if you aren't into story quests or that kind of stuff, or very long videos, then I suggest you just click off this video.
I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing?
As you talk, piping hot dim sum dishes arrive at the table one after another. And just when you think that all of the dishes have been delivered, the hostess brings over a generous bowl of seafood congee. I don't know.
Wow! So much delicious food. Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about holding back then.
Eat, eat. If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but, well, since everyone's here, I just had to order it. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood congee? Let me refill your bowl.
And that would be great, thank you.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full and make sure she gets a few extra shrimp. Thanks!
Ah yes, shrimp, I love shrimp. Everyone picks up their chopsticks and begins to dig in. Each dish tastes exquisite and is uniquely flavorful. You slowly start to relax as you enjoy pleasant conversation over a satisfying meal. This goes on until even Paimon can't eat another bite. Once.
So full. That meal was so satisfying, it even gave Paimon some extra brain juice.
Brain juice.
Listen. Paimon's figured it out.
Figured what out?
Let's think about this for a second, Ga-ming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us. Well, you must be hiding the fact that you're some young master from a rich family. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure know a lot of people.
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. What it comes down to is being able to tell the difference.
Okay.
More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young Master Ga-ming.
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon, but you're wrong about my family situation.
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small-scale stuff, you know? It wouldn't even make sense to mention his business in the same breath as the Feiyun Commerce Guild. My dad... he always wanted me to inherit the family business, to be a merchant like him. But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Ga-ming always seems so happy and carefree. This is the most serious I've ever seen him. This topic must be very important to him.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job. Just a child's pipe dream.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but wushu dancing has always been the only thing I wanted to do. one day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused to go. We got into a huge fight. We were this close to throwing hands. In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. I haven't been back since. Don't get on my case just yet, okay? It's not like I think I'm completely without fault. No, I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. There was no changing his mind. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for themselves.
Ga-ming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. Wushu dancing's just not that big in Liyue Harbor. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. Most times, I wound up eating nothing but humble pie. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So, I found a job as a guard to make some money. And now I have enough to get by and then some. Still, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold. Ooh, let's do something fun this afternoon. What do you say, huh? I'll organize.
Actually, we kinda already have plans this afternoon. We told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Ga-ming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
Auntie Shen-yun.
That certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried, with some limited success, to change her terms of self-address or something like that. She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a kite, does she?
Is that not something you can do?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted them for?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite, the formula will need to be changed.
Great! The more the merrier!
Cloud seal. I can't. Now I'm fully out of it. What was it again? I kind of messed up. Cloud Sea Appeal, a brilliance revealed. In order to thank you for your help, Ga-ming proposes to invite you to the Xingche kiosk for some dim sum. Alright, but now we're going back to Mount Chang, I don't know. I do not know, the pronunciations are very hard. I also hope that because of the pop filter and whatever, you don't hear as much white noise from my PC whenever I talk. Because it's quite annoying. And I guess I just have to find a better, like, what do you call it? A better mic. But I'll just see eventually. Right now I just have this $40 mic. It's fine. Oh, yeah, it's here as well.
Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived! Hello, friends.
What up, Ganyu?
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone.
Poor Ganyu didn't get any sleep.
Apologies in advance.
Oh, wait! Shenhe? Not there!
She just... You see Shenhe take a small green bottle, extract some minty smelling liquid, and apply it to Ganyu's horns. Yao Yao and Paimon look in shock, mouths agape, but cannot stop her in time. But why her horns?
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or maybe something to eat?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Okay.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu? Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
I feel a bit better now. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Ga-ming restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Ga-ming. I work as a guard for the Secure Transport Agency.
Ga-ming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned around the Ministry of Civil Affairs. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very generous with your help.
Well, you know me. Or, I guess you don't.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe, and this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing to learn.
Me too. I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend. Plus,
Yugoi?
it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's
Oh, it's
been
Chi-Chi.
busy helping Dr. Kaiju lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
That is in fact actually true. I actually cut myself multiple times by accident with bamboo. It's actually surprisingly easy to harm yourself with these things, so be careful.
Wow, you're really thankful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companion's enthusiasm. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere with everyone. But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always puts us before herself. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't let such consideration go to waste. My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes, but I'm ready to put in just as much effort as everyone else.
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Xianyun? Shouldn't she be here by now?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
There she is.
Man, you clearly heard Paimon!
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm.
Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as beautiful as you is sure to have brought enough for Paimon as well, right?
Cloud Retainer sets down her bags while Shuyu hands out the grilled fish. As everyone begins to talk, lively conversation fills the usually tranquil environment of Mount Alcon.
So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears
Me
that
with
we ended up
macarons.
quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small groups.
I'm with Ga-ming.
The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. Use them as you see fit. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening.
I'll be the one making it anyways.
Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One
Yeah.
will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, questions, or simply want to chat.
Okay.
Not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others are up to?
Of course, because that's what we always do. Maybe it's more lore accurate if I actually use the Traveler here. So let me just quickly swap, not Shenyun, actually let me switch Yelan. Although, maybe chevreuse for now. The chevreuse for the traveler.
What will we come across this?
I don't know. Alright, this is more accurate. Rumi stays in the team though.
Hey, Ga-ming, want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye formula.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh? That doesn't seem like you.
No, it's not that. It's just... it would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then. What shape should we go with? How about a butterfly?
The butterfly symbolizes the desire for freedom. Perhaps that's also what Ga-ming's searching for.
What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular design you want?
I want a swanee.
It's
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to try. They're super cute.
Okay, it's decided then.
Can we make our own kite? I want to make a slime. Can we make a slime? I want to make a slime kite.
Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your finished product.
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friend. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like me.
True.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise choosing gold.
I also would
When giving a
advise
gift,
choosing gold.
The key consideration
Yeah.
is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing things.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. I was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing. Is your kite finished?
Not yet.
Haven't started yet. But we're going to start, right now.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're really quite sensitive.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good.
Poor Ganyu.
Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before.
Oh my
Still,
goodness.
Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly.
It is Mora?
Let's
Mark?
not disturb them.
Mora or the Jade Chamber, maybe?
We should get started on our kite now.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. Make a kite. I shall make a slime.
First, we have to decide on the shape.
Round.
Hey, what are you laughing at?
The obvious answer is to make a Paimon-shaped kite. God dang it.
What a completely crazy idea.
Dang it all.
If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could
Oh,
at
it's
least
fine.
make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food and funnest things to do wherever you go.
That is true.
Maybe we're not exercising
That is true.
enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word Paimon means the guardian angel
Maybe. You built the kite frame according to Cloud Retainer's instructions. I actually like it. It's very mushy. I love it. How about a Paimon slime?
What should we give her? Since the kite is going to be flying super
Oh,
high
please,
in
can we do the
sky.
derp one, just like in the picture? She should look pleased with herself. She should look afraid. She would look guilty about something. Maybe guilty?
Oh, Paimon totally didn't do anything wrong. And even if she did, she doesn't deserve to get shot up into the sky for it. Something like this.
Yes. Yes.
Now we've decided, let's make it happen.
Oh, I'm curious. Let's see.
It's done! Paimon has to say. Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, we get to see it when it's in the air. I see.
Oh, Xinyun's calling us!
What up?
Let one take a look.
Wow!
Oh, blam!
Ganyu and
There we go.
Shenhua made a scissor-tailed swallow. It's so pretty.
Whoa, that's an odd one. I actually like Yao Yao's ones a lot, the finch.
Yep.
The birdie.
Coloring makes it look a lot like Master.
If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting.
Oh,
I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Except Master. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
dang.
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too.
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow, the disciples of Adepti really are something.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
I've also never heard the word filial. But okay, sure.
The swan that
It's a
Ga-ming
compliment,
and Shu made
I'm
was
assuming.
Very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
Yeah, I like it as well.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao.
Yes, I love it.
It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
What about your kite, Traveler?
We made a Paimon. I love it.
Very Paimon-like indeed.
I love it.
That's Shenhe.
That one
The
time
guilty look on
Traveler
his
suspected
on her face.
was missing from
Yes.
their ball. That was the exact expression on your face.
Yes.
Is that something that happened?
So it was you.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
What in the
Oh?
Ningguang? Did you drop your kite, girl? And as a gentle oh gosh dang it, I can't read.
Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory without one's permission? Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude piece of mortal machinery.
Oh, is this
One simply
Charlotte?
must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be removed.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Paimon, we're gonna
It's
run.
going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
Which is Charlotte. I already know because
There's wind up ahead. Looks like
Oh
we
my
can fly
God.
it over.
we actually got the kite. Oh, I love that so much. Wait, is it a gadget? I have to check now. Is it a gadget? I'm not seeing anything yet. It's probably a furnishing though. I'll check it out later. It's 100% Charlotte. I just know. Because Fontaine is with like the gadgets and stuff. So it has to be her, right? Like testing this with pitching, I believe. Oh, never mind. Oh, it's Mooncarver.
Mechanical motion is quite curious.
I see.
Indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune
Amount
time
of
for
chamber.
musings.
They did him
Someone
still so
among us
dirty,
was
man.
not sufficiently
Jesus,
attentive,
okay.
And now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself.
I was expecting
Do you
Charlotte
have any
because of
recollection
machinery,
its last
but
location?
One believes
I guess at that
in
time
the
it's
direction
also
of Mount Outsong. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Your concern is misplaced, surely. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not notice that kite. On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that its ingenuity rivals that of Cloud Retainer's creations.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Oh boy.
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken then?
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any impropriety. I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Shinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain?
Busted.
Okay. Did she say something?
Nice.
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent stands unmatched across the land. Of this, we are well aware.
Wait, is my character even on screen? Now it is.
One has
Right,
guests
but-
to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
Okay.
We're leaving already? All this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
It's not a problem for me. Wind currents. Wind currents? Hello? Wait, wind currents? Please? Do I seriously have to fly all the way back? I'm just gonna teleport. I'm just gonna use my traveler powers to teleport. And over here, I shall glide gently down. Like a leaf from a tree that you see like falling right there. Wow. I've also noticed that on PC I can, like, this is the max amount of zooming out you can do, but on PlayStation it feels like so much farther away. Like it's actually kind of nuts, but maybe it's just me, I don't know. And also I also switched the thing of the Narcissus Krauss sword. But anyways, we shall continue.
They're back.
Bonjour.
Paimon's pooped. Hi. Why are there only 2 of you left?
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Ga-ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that I don't quite understand.
Oh? What did he say?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected as he said this.
That's quite deep,
Now
man.
you mention it, Ga-ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
Perhaps he sees himself reflected in them?
A reflection of himself. Oh, if I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship and the bonds that tie us, and...
I'd be scared.
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it, and you lose that which links you to home. If Ga-ming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself, then I fear I understand his words even less.
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right? It's actually quite normal.
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others won't go anywhere near it?
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important as they are.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation? Did one miss something?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every little thing, you know. Where were you anyway?
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat before you depart.
Oh, it's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy your cooking, Cloud Retainer.
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities.
I call dibs on Paimon's portion.
Hungry too. Not like fish could keep her full the whole day, you know.
Shenhe, Ganyu,
Oh
come with
boy.
me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
I'm actually kind of hungry as well. But it's still a few hours off before I have to eat dinner. Go to the abode entrance. Okay. And since it's Friday today, I'm eating fries. Fries Friday. Yeah. That's actually very fitting. Fries Friday. Hell yeah. Wait outside Cloud Retainer's abode for a while, I believe. Hey yo! It's the skins that are way too overpriced. And are, in my opinion, kind of meh, to be fair. I mean, it's nice to see them in different outfits, but...
Brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
I mean, I guess they are nice,
How
but
do we look?
they nerfed Shenhe, and the outfits are
She asked them just
meh.
like that.
You look amazing.
You look pretty too, Ganyu. Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined. Those outfits
That is true.
really suit you both.
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less. What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately, why is Cloud Retainer suddenly asking about what colors we like?
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own tastes.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift. And the kite, too.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Out of the two skins, I like Ganyu's outfit way more. But still, I'm not gonna get them because I don't know.
It's just getting better and better, Xianyan.
They just don't appeal to me that much.
Particularly good. The shell's deliciously
I mean, I
crunchy,
guess Ganyu's more attractive now, but I don't know.
succulent and sweet. Paimon can't stop eating. It's a good thing Ga-ming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
It will be a close
He
match.
traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal. Oh well. One will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that tethers him.
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from one mean restaurant, your turns of phrase render one at quite the loss.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Ga-ming and his dad, Xianyan?
One has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Oh. One believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling. Start from the beginning.
Oh, okay. Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
Paimon tells Cloud Retainer everything she knows about Ga-ming's family situation.
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogias. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate a garment's overall styling. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogias made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogias his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogias was that type of person. When it came to topics relating to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness. And later,
Dot dot dot.
one seems to have strayed off topic. One means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion.
Ah,
It is a time
true.
to address problems before they turn into regrets. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality, one should do one's utmost to make it so.
That's nice and all, but...
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps.
Not everything can be fake with mechanics or adaptable art, Shenyan.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You throw man.
Combining our efforts is a fine idea indeed. Aha! One has an idea. How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, makes total sense.
Paimon really hopes this works.
Yeah, I'm sure it will work. I totally know what's going on.
Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary preparations. One shall see you in 2 days.
Okie dokie. Genshin, can you skip the thing for me? Alright, part 2 is done. And if you're still watching, thank you very much. We got 30 primos, and we're going to continue because this is a long video. If I probably mentioned that already in the beginning. Like this is a long video. Like maybe 3 hours long, I believe, because 1 hour per like quest thingy. And it's nothing is happening. Like it's just the story, just stalking around and not doing actual combat. There will probably be a cutscene, which is pretty cool. So, but yeah, most likely that'll be like around the end towards this video. But yeah, this is just story. We're not doing really much. It's just kind of relaxing. Ah, from 8 to 12. I didn't read. I should read more often. All right, here we go. But yeah, it's just story, no action. Well, unless you call the kite making action, I guess. The workshop.
Time to carry out the plan. Let's go find Ga-ming. Hope everything goes well.
And we found him. I'm just kidding. All right. But yeah, I'm just I'm just confused. I can't think. I am enjoying this story quest so far. I do like it. I'm curious to see where this goes. And I hope that we can get like a kite gadget or something. Maybe a bit like the fishing mechanic, but then we can just kite around, you know, and whatever. That would be pretty cool. Wait, not immersive. Okay, here we go. More immersive. Alright. We continue, and we just keep it going. I don't think I'll edit out a lot of parts, but we'll just see.
Seems you've certainly gotten an early start this morning. Playing games already, are we? Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect. You're all here.
Poor
There's
Ga-ming.
an important commission I need your help with.
All right, I've got the time. Where are the goods?
It's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor. A very important client has requested to meet with him.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
Here.
And then he notices.
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as possible.
That's fine by me.
All right, don't work too hard now, Longjo. We'll set off then.
Tan tan tan, the gleed returns to the pavilion. Start it. Part 3. Alright. Alright. And this video is of course the part 2 out of 2. Because in the previous video we did the oh, and I'm teleported here, thank you, Kenshin! And in the previous video we did the events and whatever.
Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there.
That's so beautiful.
I'll take a rain check on that.
Ga-ming sounds really like depressed. Like he really doesn't want to meet his old man.
Hello, you must be the tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort you.
Yep, tack.
Dad?
Oh, so you're Ga-ming's father. It's nice to meet you. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Ga-ming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the Secure Transport Agency says as much. Even the Ministry of Civil Affairs has nothing but good things to say about him.
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself at least.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
A very important client has asked for you by name. You kinda have to come with us. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't show up. Plus, you'd be missing out on a huge money-making opportunity.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all to escort me, then. Let's go.
Stop acting like a child and be be above the situation. Just make up, it's your own child, man. God dang, it isn't that hard, is it? Oh my goodness, I swear to the Archons. Sometimes people really can't like connect with their child at all. If I someday do become a Archon parent, I shall treat my kids with, I don't know, hugs and cuddles. And lots of love and food.
I'm fine.
Ga-ming, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Jeez.
But the winter melon cake you gave us last time was so delicious. Have you ever tried it before, Mr. Ip?
Paimon,
Is that the whole conversation? Alright, you have a good day, Mr. Dendro Slime. Look at how cute it is. It, he, she. I don't know, I use slime with every pronoun. Mostly with he,
looks nice
I
and
guess.
open. Why don't you all rest here for a second?
Huh?
I see this, right?
Oh, you're not going to join us?
Why is Shen Yun here?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but
Just let him go.
My goodness.
okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these cakes changes depending on...
Halt! Who goes there?
Ooh, Black Cliff Slasher.
It appears that one's movements
His weapon,
were
nice.
overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus.
Oh, they have to
Focus on
play
road
as the
ahead.
bandits.
Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth readily and without protest.
Ah! What do we do?
It seems as if these two are acting alone. It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best way to keep him safe is... leave this to me. I'll handle them. Traveler, Paimon, take my dad and the goods away from here.
No, Ga-ming. It's too dangerous.
You got it.
What I do.
Nice.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and disposition.
Don't think I'm gonna let
Bruh.
you off so easily.
Away! Let us away!
Ga-ming!
Don't worry, he's a great fighter. Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all by himself.
But Ga-ming, if he had just stayed by my side and learned the family trade, he wouldn't have to put himself in such dangerous situations.
You, my man, just have to accept that he has his own decisions to make, man.
We'd best get away from here.
God
in case
damn.
there are other bandits in the area waiting in
You can't
ambush.
control your kid your entire life. Eventually, you must learn to let them go.
All is going to plan.
Yes. I assume it is.
Okay, we should be good to stop here.
Wait, who's that?
Zhongli?
Oh, that's Mr. Zhongli? He's kind. With the Wu-Tao ghost.
Sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Zhongli, you're fine, man. Don't worry.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight?
Paimon, are you okay?
Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon, perhaps some tea and rest.
Oh my god, he's not getting the point.
Nope, no need. Paimon's fine. She just had some cake stuck in her throat.
Do a wink. He must have figured it all out by now. Is he just playing dumb on purpose?
If there
Nope.
are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millilith at once.
The guard that was escorting us is already on their tail.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find
Ordinary
ourselves
people.
otherwise unoccupied in
You're speaking to a god, man. I don't know.
why don't we find a quiet place to relax while we wait for good news?
Poor dude doesn't know.
Lovely.
The dude doesn't know that Zhongli is quite literally a god. And I actually have him. Out of the few males that I do have, I have Mr. Zhongli. Look at him. Oh, he's so elegant and beautiful. Look at this man. He's so cool. I like Zhongli. He's actually a guy I vibe with, you know, like drink tea, just talk about, I don't know, the history of Liyue.
Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried. After all, Ga-ming, the guard we mentioned, is his son.
Ga-ming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Usho dancer who has been performing around Liyue Harbor recently, is it not?
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the spirit of the Suani. Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. One's not so easily understood by spectators such as ourselves. If you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. That is a rare attribute indeed. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Ga-ming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
What's with that face?
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the formalities.
Well, he's a hard worker. Yes.
You should be sure to tell him you think that when he gets back.
You should.
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey, perhaps we could pass it along for you.
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you. This thing between us has festered for many years now. In truth, there are some things that simply aren't easy for us to talk through. I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do the same. Otherwise, how would he support himself? Over the past few years,
I apologize if you can hear my...
he was doing for himself as a guard. How his work was taking him to farther and farther off places. I also heard that he never gave up on wushou dancing. It made me happy. But I was also worried.
Which is understandable.
You can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get old. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help but be reinforced in the belief that I was right. That I was right not to give in. I often regret introducing him to wushou dancing as a kid. If I had known how things would turn out, I would have never taken him to see those performances in the first place.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle Ip. You need not worry.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhongli. Yet you speak with such wisdom. Perhaps I have misjudged your age.
You have. You definitely have.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends has several grown daughters. Rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their own way.
Then she's more easygoing than I could ever be. I fear I lack such an open mind. I meant to say earlier, there is no need to be so polite. Feel free to call me by my name, Iptak.
Sure.
So
Why is the traveler so shocked?
also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. Hold the string too tight, and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the line for a kite to soar.
That's a real good, like,
Seems I
insight.
was too stuck in my ways.
You need not reproach your heart for caring. You simply need to loosen your hold a little. Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Ga-ming to the pursuit of other things, like going for a stroll, drinking tea, or taking in the scenery? You never know what surprises could be in store. Things can change in the blink of an eye.
True.
The blink of an eye, you say? Do things change so quickly?
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye, but always when you least expect it. As a father, I'm sure you know that best.
Yes, you can say that again. 1 second Ga-ming was a kid, the next thing I knew, he was ready to fly the nest.
Zhongli certainly has a way with words.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's back. And if you didn't know, most people know, but for the non-Genshin players here, Zhongli is around like 6,000 years old. But he's a god, so
Dad, traveler,
of course he looks young.
Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng funeral parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying some pleasant conversation.
Is everything resolved?
Well, you could say that.
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did you figure out that these are the Adepti? Just playing the
I'll
bandits?
come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
Oh.
So that's how we're starting off?
Straight to the point. I like it.
Look me up. Guess I'm right then.
Okay, but how did you know?
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious that they possessed great skills. I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow, I was never able to close that distance. People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start, like sneaking up on us while we were distracted. Unless, of course, their real motive was to lure me away from the group all along.
Wow, you're pretty quick on the uptake.
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless bandit in my time, but I've never seen ones like them. In the end, I told them they would make good guards if they ever wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me in Liyue Harbor anytime.
You ever consider you might be a little too good at making friends?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I appreciate it, I really do. But this conflict between us has been going on for a long time. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show them what I was capable of, it wouldn't change anything. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really cares about you. You should see the way he talks about you when you're not around. Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly agreed to let it go. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me. I'm certain of it.
And you? Will you talk to him? Ga-ming.
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad. Why don't you tell him about all the hard work you've done these past few years?
Mm-hmm.
Will that even do anything?
Yes.
I'm not sure talking is enough.
Talking resolves a lot of problems, my guy.
Just like how you won't know if
Just
something
shoot your
is
shot.
delicious unless you taste it. Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can make friends with anyone, so why not your dad?
It won't hurt to try.
I'll do my best.
Good. Good boy.
You are
Good Ga-ming.
very knowledgeable, Mr. Zhongli. I'm impressed. Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn about the art of tea tasting.
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
It's not like it was alcohol. Looking at you,
I have
Venti.
found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea, seems to grow stronger the longer it has to steep.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Ga-ming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in the city.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Ahem. Zhongli?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral parlor business to attend to.
Oh, I hope I didn't keep you. My apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli. No need to stay on my account. When you're less busy, let's find a time to meet. I'll treat you to dim sum.
It would be an honor.
Oh, that's a trade Ga-ming got from his dad. That's pretty cool.
You two have a nice chat, alright?
You got this, Ga-ming. Alright, I'm not going over there. Alright, let's go, Rumi. I guess you could say Rumi is sort of my child. My Genshin blob child. Ain't that right, Rumi? Such a good blob. The best blob. The bestest of blob. And he has brothers and sisters. Or, yeah, I guess. We have Rumi, and then we have, I don't know your name. Oh my goodness, we have to name all of the blobs. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of blobs, actually. Alright, you know what? I'll leave the green, the purple, and the pink blob names up to you slimes. So if you have a name, feel free to suggest it, and maybe I'll label them with that name.
With Uncle Ip.
Just have to see.
You were able to pick up on what we were putting down.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that regard. As for my role in the conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly did anything noteworthy.
You never change, do you? Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be out of earshot.
A friend approaches.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Xiao.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Could that elusive Director Hu be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. Given her relationship with Rex, well, Zhongli, I might as well go pay my respects.
But then it was like, oh, it's Mr. Zhongli and not Hu Tao.
It's you. I thought you were Director Hu.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this new gadget? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this device.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. It's a bit of a shame. In truth, I'm here because Director Hu dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year. Much like she'll do next year, I would imagine. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy, what is it, sesame oil or something?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps. What do you think, Xiao?
I've only met Director Hu a few times. I'm hardly the best person to ask.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again, when you are otherwise unoccupied. This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Director Hu tasked me with studying the differences between the two to determine which one is of greater merit. Many hands make light work. Perhaps you could test out the other kite for me?
All right.
Okay, that's kind of cute actually. I like it. Just two boys flying kites.
The mechanical kite is the better choice.
Wonderful. I shall pass that information along to Director Hu. I'll leave
That's
these
kinda
two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a few friends with which to partake in the activity. You might find it to be an enjoyable use of your time.
Oh, wait. Who enjoys kite flying?
Well, I would imagine someone of your talent and wisdom is more than capable of finding out.
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was awkward.
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply sought the help of a friend. Besides, we did the testing together.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing.
Doesn't matter, we're going to win either way.
Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike it. Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky does bring me a certain peace of mind.
That's not.
Perhaps they're a bit like shell lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Oh, I forgot Xiao had it for her thing.
Thought about making a kite, Xiao. Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you if you want.
There's no need. Menogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
Sure, of course.
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of our findings.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip. If you happen to run into her, you can pass along your regards in person.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Zhongli. See you later.
See you next time.
Till next time, Mr. Zhongli. Alright, how's Ga-ming doing? Dot.
Ga-ming,
Oh. The typical situation, I see.
You can go first.
No, you can go
I
first.
don't have anything to say.
Iron chair.
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Liyue Harbor.
Oh, I can't say I support that decision, but
Ga-ming.
hey, let me finish before you get all worked up.
Sit, Shenhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea, or would you prefer something else to drink?
No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appearance. Do you remember the plan one recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familiar love.
Aha, I see.
So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme? I suppose all I can do is just take a seat and see what happens.
Perfect. I just so happen to have bought some Sunlow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's fill already. Oh, forget it. Such thoughts detract from the present need to keep up the conversation. Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me, by pinning their heads against the tea.
Oh.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe serious right now?
Oh dear.
Typical
One
Shenhe.
was busy orchestrating this act. One seems to have forgotten about Shenhe's various eccentricities. What I meant to ask was, have you made any new friends? We live so far from
She will
each
actually
other.
whoop your
It would be
ass.
a great comfort to to know you were surrounded by good companions.
You already know of my past circumstances.
Oh my goodness, Shen.
Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but his companionship is a comfort.
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk. I guess maybe Ga-ming is not doing so bad after all. Perhaps I've been too hard on him.
Let's move on, shall we? Do you have any plans for today, Shenhe? How about we do something fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs to eat for dinner along the way. If that is what you ask of me, then that is what I shall do.
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, let's not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Ga-ming, I'd like to finish what I was trying to say before. I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor, because living there is too hard on you. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. But you'll have your entire family around you. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less taxing job, and we could grab dim sum together from time to time.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important affair, Master.
Shh. Just think about it, okay? You don't have to decide now.
Dad really has changed a lot. He would never have said these things to me before. But I thank you, Dad.
Before I continue, I actually noticed that the eyes of the characters are like way more active now. Like instead of just focusing on one character, like the eyes actually move quite a lot. So props to the dev team. I like it.
It's been
Feels more alive.
Oh, Paimon sure hopes they've made up by now. Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. That's not a good sign. Did Xianyun's plan not work after all? Hey you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long. We got to chatting with some friends and didn't realize how much time had passed.
Perfect timing, actually. We seem to be just about done here.
Yep, let's go. I'll get the bags.
Mission kinda accomplished?
Ga-ming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
I mean, the dude needs to let Ga-ming do his thing. Ga-ming doesn't want to go back. What up, ladies? How are you doing? I mean, I should probably continue with the quest. Alright, Liyue Harbor, let's go. Mission accomplished. We successfully escorted Yip to Liyue Harbor. A sneak attack from behind on Charlotte, never mind. Hello, Charlotte.
You must be Mr. Ip! Thank
Or
you
Ip.
for coming all this way. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for the Steambird. I invited you here not just to purchase your fine tea, but also with the hope that you might be willing to sit down for a short interview. What do you say?
An interview? To advertise my teas?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontainians are big tea drinkers too.
True.
Fontaine Market. Then I'll need some time to adequately prepare. Perhaps we could sit down and discuss the questions you intend to ask in advance.
Of course, of course. Please follow me.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Is this person also involved in your plan?
Yep.
And here I thought I had lots of connections. I suppose I've been humbled. You sure know all kinds of cool and important people.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
What up, Xianyun?
Huh? What? Auntie Shenyun?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan. Let's go while your dad is still distracted.
Noise. Shen-yun! Long time no see. Hello. I was just kidding, by the way.
I take it that all is going well?
Don't worry, Shen-yun. Everything is going according to plan.
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. Auntie Shen-yun is really something. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about making herself and Shanka appear foolish in front of my family. She truly knows how to look out for others.
I guess...
I still have a lot to learn.
I guess it's foolish, but it's actually the truth.
As for
Which
the
is pretty funny. Shanna doesn't know.
What's wrong, Ga-ming?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
Fret not. Reimbursements will be made.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang would say. We pooled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. She's gonna bring it back to the Steambird as a gift, as well as a sample of the regional specialty. Fontanians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on Charlotte's article. And once all the money from the new orders begin to roll in, getting our Mora back will be a piece of cake.
True.
Oh, okay. Business-related matters always seem to go over my head, but I refuse to let you all lose more on my behalf. I'll pay you back right now.
Ga-ming,
We
no.
can talk about such matters at a later date. There are more important matters for you to consider at the moment, are there not?
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole way here. I have an idea, but I'd hate to cause even more trouble for all of you.
That is for us to decide.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want to help, right? Just tell us about this idea of yours.
Okay. So, it's like this.
Blah 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 blah. Oh, I see. Yes, of course. Yes. All right. Such a good plan, Ga-ming. I will do my best and will definitely help.
But we also still have the kite flying competition.
I will win.
Since Xiao already tested out those
Don't
kites,
worry.
why don't we also go buy one of those mechanical thingamabobs or whatever they're called?
Thingamabobs.
We can attach it to our kite.
Yeah. I love thingamabobs. I already bought like a lot of kites actually. I don't know if you can see. No, wait. It's in this category, which is way too long. So I'm not going to spend the time actually on finding these things. But maybe we can purchase another few. Oh, I'm actually tired.
Hello again.
Bonjour.
Welcome back.
I mean,
I see you returned from the
konnichiwa.
trip. I really do have to thank you for all your help from before.
It's no problem.
Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day.
Ah, that's
She
nice.
even wrote a long letter telling me how much she loved it.
That's really nice.
Oh, you should really be thanking Ga-ming, not us.
I'll be sure to.
There's a Charlotte in the background.
Are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
Slime.
We already have a kite. We wanted to buy one
Dang
of
it.
those, device thingies from Fontaine. Do you sell them separately?
Yes. Here you go. Please, take it, free of charge.
Free of
The
charge?
directions are in the box. It's not hard to install at all.
It doesn't feel right for us to just take it.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck. in the
Fair
kite
enough.
flying competition. I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
All right then, thank you.
If you insist this much, thank you very much. Oh, please tell me it's a gadget.
It's done. Let's get down to business.
Yeah. We gonna win this thing, man. Thank you, Genshin, for skipping the time for me.
Looks like we finished
That's way
what
better.
we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky.
Yes, please let it be a minigame. Please, Genshin. Oh, cutscene. I hope my character is now disabled. I shall stay put for now.
Chi-Chi, we're almost there.
Okay. Come here, allow me.
What's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millith?
What's that?
Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh!
Mommy, I want a big kite like that too!
Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful!
Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite.
That's so nice. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing.
Performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in. You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him. Oh, he's over there, talking to his dad.
That cutscene was absolutely incredible. I really hope that my character wasn't there. Oh my god, that was so sick! Man, I love Genshin cutscenes. Cutscenes of Genshin are like one of the best features of like in the game.
Thank you, little girl. Do you want us to walk you back?
One thing though to mention is that it's incredibly sad that this cutscene, like if newer players come after the update or after the Lantern Rite, they won't be able to experience such cutscenes, which is really disappointing. The same thing with the Dragonspine event with the imposter Albedo, which is really sad. And since it was so extremely early in the day, like I think it was like 1 point, like I don't know, 2 or 3. I have no clue. I can't keep count of these things. But still, like such like cutscenes are so incredible and so unbelievably cool that it's just sad that it's like kind of like a limited thing, you know? But still, it was amazing nonetheless.
Waiting for me right over there.
That was amazing. That was that was just straight fire, straight pyro, just like coming. But all right.
I suppose I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen many wushou dances in my time, but I've gotta admit, what you pulled off there was breathtaking.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I never thought I'd live to hear you say that.
You're serious about doing this professionally?
Absolutely. I know it'll be difficult, but...
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. But if that's your decision, if that's your dream, then it doesn't matter how difficult it is.
Exactly.
As long as you put in the work, then any obstacle can be overcome in time.
Mm-hmm.
Really, when I was young, I also... Actually, how about we save that story of my past for another time? All I really want to say is, I've changed my mind. Much like this kite, you also deserve to soar to new heights.
Dad.
Son.
Son?
Okay, can you please, like, hug or something?
I bet you're wondering
Please,
what's
Genshin.
getting into me saying all this.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this before, but... to me, Ga-ming, you've always been a great kid. Alright, that's everything I've got. Did you have something you wanted to say, or...?
Yes, good. Nice, that's good.
Talk things through like this
That makes me so
really gives
happy.
Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Give yourself a pat on the back, Paimon.
Now go.
Now go.
There. Your friends are still waiting for you.
Huh? But you came all this way.
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab dim sum together. Your treat, right?
Bruh.
Go.
Okay, then I'm off. See you soon.
Isn't the competition about to begin? Or... I do not know. I'm confused. Glad they finally resolved things, though. I'm happy. The fact that I actually hugged, thank you, Hoyo.
Got there, Ga-ming.
Really?
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Is there anything else you would like to do? It also must have feel
I'd like to find
very
a
relieving
Shinyon, as
for
well as
Ga-ming as
everyone else
well.
who's helped me out.
Having such a
If
burden,
anyone
like,
has time,
resolved
maybe
now.
we could all get together and go fly a kite.
Nice. Such an amazing quest. My goodness, I absolutely loved. Wait till this. Fine. We shall wait 2 days later. But I absolutely loved the cutscenes so much. Oh, burpy burper. My goodness. But still, I really enjoyed this quest. This quest is, I think, one of my favorites in like events and whatever. Lantern Rite is always pretty cool. Oh, from 12, okay. I really like Lantern Rite, especially since it has like a lot of different minigames. Whatever, which is pretty cool.
Paimon almost forgot.
But
Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also planning on spending some time in Xiaoying Village? We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run into her.
oh, who? Into Hu Tao? I guess? I'm not really paying that much attention, actually. To be fair. I'm quite just like thinking about the cutscene and like the story. And kind of what to say, I guess. Although most of the time I don't really think about what to say and just kind of like go with the flow, you know, with recording and everything. Like, you don't need a script for a lot of things. You can just say, screw it, dude, and just do it. Which is also one of the reasons why I started YouTube. I was like, you know what? I have all the equipment necessary. I just love Genshin so much. It's just time for me to start, you know? And having 200 subscribers already feels like so amazing to me. Like such an accomplishment. I may not get a lot of views, but I am happy that I'm able to make videos at least. And like, if a few people watch them.
The mountain air is so refreshing.
So thank you for watching if you're still watching.
Float around all day and never get tired. Cream! Gummy!
Okay.
Fuel fruit! Huh? Did you hear that?
Who didn't hear that?
Sunshine! Blue skies! Good vibes!
Wait, why does that voice sound familiar? Is it Hu Tao?
So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds
Yeah, I know,
familiar.
right?
Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
I don't know. I found my okay, go away. The literature. The voice blah 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 blah. Okay. Is this what that? I don't know. It sounds really childish. Whoa, what? Okay. I didn't expect these two.
Dear partners,
What up, Nafia? Do you?
told you that something good
What?
was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
But Clorant as
Just
well.
your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities?
Maybe.
And that reminds me, happy Lantern Rite.
It's a happy lantern, right?
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away.
Well, no, I thought it was Hu Tao, but I didn't know you could sound so childish, I suppose.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait, that wasn't even Paimon's point. I just want to know why you two are shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Okay.
Perhaps. But the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions.
I see. So it's not what you were shouting that matters.
Exactly. You get me, partner. I was
Macarons.
afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
That reminds me of.
For yourself.
I'm sorry to disturb, but that reminds me of the clip, or not the clip, the moment from Layla's Hangout event, where you're eventually like, I think it's like right on the side of a cliff, like in somewhere like on the edge of the desert, I believe. And Layla just stands there screaming.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
Maybe. And not that I'm
Really.
aware of
If I
right
ever
now.
get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Oh.
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want. It's a real stress reliever.
I'm not gonna shout inside my home, but
As long
I'd probably shout slimes or something, or macarons.
Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
And I prefer to keep things bottled up. That's actually, morbidly true.
Aw, I bet you guys are just too embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier.
Farina?
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Furina's also here?
Wait, what's she doing here?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually,
What?
the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and
Oh my-
"What should I do?" So we hurried up here to check it out. And what
goodness.
do you know? Miss Furina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
That reminds me. I believe what she actually said
goodness.
was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
So you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Furina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
Was she alone?
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back, so they probably weren't together.
What? Nervalet was here too?
So many people from Fontaine.
What was he doing here? It couldn't have been for vacation.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back. He's a very busy man.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't
So many people in Tevat are overworked, man.
Recently?
God damn.
Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article. You know, just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy it.
Ah, yes, of course, Ridesley, the ultimate muscle man and tea drinking person. Yes. Seems like a fitting gift.
It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing. But he couldn't care less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Nervalet even mentioned it earlier.
Singlo tea?
Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
No, actually.
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right, Hutao!
Oh yeah, of course. We were here for Hutao.
We heard that a friend was going to be in Chaoying Village, so we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Oh dear. We've been chatting for quite some time. I'm sorry for keeping you.
No harm done, partner.
That's good.
We should probably head out and look for Hutao.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Chaoying Village later.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later!
I didn't expect the Fontaine twist at all. Well, good luck with shouting, Navia and Cloren. Oh, still beautiful. I mean, I guess they were kind of a mountain. I would have been like up there, I guess, or something. I don't know. Whee! Oh, it's luckily I
Chaoying Village is known for
felt my
its
glider.
tea. But you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum!
I've actually never had dim sum before.
Ga-ming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of day.
Afternoon tea might be more appropriate at this point.
Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon
Lisa also drinks a lot of tea, which is
as long as
pretty
it
cool.
comes with some tasty snacks.
Wants that come in here as well.
Yummy things we can find around here. Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Furina standing between Zhongli and Hutao?
What?
Talking about?
What?
Zhongli
Farina and
was
Hutao? Oh my
telling Furina
god.
about Chaoying Village. Oh,
That combo isn't.
trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients.
Wanna make a bet?
Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide. But Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say loser buys the winner 3 huge bowls of seafood kanji.
Sure.
Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets things are pretty tame. It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli.
Then I'd vote for Hustler Hu Tao.
Alright, no time to waste. Let's go see who's right.
But seriously, Hu Tao and Farina together. The two mega, like, I guess the community see. I mean, the community sees Hu Tao and Farina as like the two brats, I suppose. But it's an unusual combo. They're like Nintendo Switch now, actually, that I see them like so.
Paimon shouting too.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck just keeps on growing.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the traveler in Paimon then?
I have keenly felt the passage of time since our last meeting.
Looks like someone's learned a thing or two from Zhongli.
I must admit, I am a bit surprised to see you here, traveler.
I'm surprised to see you here, Farina.
Seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected.
In the land of Tevat, I am indeed well known.
Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite, Farina.
It appears you have
My throat is killing me.
Given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go, it's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
That's quite high praise. What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is no reflection of strength or wisdom. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of beautiful scenery and creative inspiration.
You're still my Archon, Farina.
There's definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell as much from our conversation earlier.
Zhongli is also an Archon.
His breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters, there's no way he hasn't heard about what happened in Fontaine. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
That might be it, yes.
You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Huh? Does that mean Hu Tao also knows?
You may not have heard, friends, but...
Miss Hu Tao...
Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients.
And I won the bet.
Yep.
Farina, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Did you hear that, Paimon? She's Hu Tao's esteemed client.
Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
It was Paimon's ID.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina.
Well, you know me.
That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, newbie, right?
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sightseeing spots in the area.
You see? Paimon was right too.
Bruh.
Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a loser.
Fine, keep your secret stash then.
Hey, don't be upset, traveler. How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl and Paimon will also buy you a bowl.
Deal.
As for the third bowl.
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me, you know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just struck.
I'll buy you a bowl anytime you want.
I was just joking.
I wasn't.
Anyway,
Jeez, man.
treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum after all.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most important question. Did, something happen recently, Farina?
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, the shouting.
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and all.
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no. Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known
I don't think Farina knows.
Paimon's deepest...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought, since you hired the services of a funeral parlor and all... Hey, it's not that big of a stretch.
Really, Paimon?
I probably
It's
edited
not
out
like you
a
don't
tiny
know me.
bit because my
Do I
headphones
look like I know
scratched.
anyone who would ask me to coordinate their funeral?
Guys.
Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some props for my film. Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. In fact, I still feel the need to sleep with the light on even now. Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air.
You might even call it a breath of fresh air. What is that pun?
Hey, that's pretty good. I'll have to remember that for my ad posters.
But I don't see the connection.
So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist
My brain is off at the moment and I'm tired.
Well, not exactly.
Oh.
My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to be.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
Oh? Who was it?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
It was Neuvillette, wasn't it?
What? How did you guess that on your first try? Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on today.
You tell everyone about your encounter with Navia and Clorant at the top of the mountain. One look at the pitiful expression on Farina's face is enough to convince you to leave out that part about the shouting.
Paimon never thought Neuvillette would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine. Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
For him, though, swimming would probably be the fastest route of them all.
So, were you the one who pointed him in the right direction, Hu Tao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally,
That's how you guide the spirits of the dead, I don't think.
But speaking of your friend,
what about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he?
Oh, no, he doesn't.
No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me. All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
No, probably Ganyu as well, and Jean from Mondstadt. Is there an overworker in Sumeru? I'm actually thinking. I can't think of anyone right now that's like way too overworked. I mean, Alhaitham is just very smart, and Dia just works as a guard, but isn't like constantly on the job. No, I can't think of anyone right now.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy.
True.
I actually think you two would have hit it off.
I also believe so as well.
Is that so?
Judging by how Zhongli is acting and taking into consideration Neuvillette true identity, could Zhongli have been avoiding him on purpose? Maybe. Oh, I see. It is what it is.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the Traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
That's right. She's got more friends than she knows what to do with.
I certainly have a charm about me.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh,
I'm very otherworldly.
if you get the chance, you should try and talk to Neuvillette into loosening up a bit. Just
I will
tell
try.
him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles everything. But you know what I mean.
That does make sense.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
He's the fair and impartial Iudex of Fontaine, head of the highest court in the land. Otherwise known as the demon who controls all the paperwork in Fontaine.
I've never heard of a... In my
I actually clicked.
a leader needs to be able to roll with the
Oh, wow.
punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old. You're quite right, Miss Hutao.
Oh, Clarant and Navia are there as well.
Traveler, Miss Farina, those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand. Hey, over here!
The party just keeps getting bigger. 3 Fontainians, 2 Liweians, and 2 otherworldly
And we're wondering if we
creatures.
can join in.
Yeah,
Please, excuse the interruption.
it's no big deal.
So polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the Traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine. Ah, straight to the point. I like it.
Everyone circles around you and begins to introduce themselves. Utao's eyes light up when she hears about Clarant's profession. But a quick explanation from Farina and Navia seems to dispel some of her more misguided ideas. Like, look at this, man. It's so beautiful.
It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina,
Oh,
She'll walk on water, it's no problem.
when are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after me.
Just as friends.
I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
It's normal for friends
Yes.
to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark. Exactly! Just like in those ghost stories.
Oh, no.
8 paths.
No. There she goes again.
Old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so. What is its secret? What could it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams.
My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends, please take me with you.
Farina's such a crybaby. It's so cute, actually. Farina.
Gotta say, Farina,
You are really quite the character. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Correct.
Well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
That's really
I
nice.
see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Chaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
I agree with strongly. Well, have you all had a good time?
Only the best.
And you too, YouTube Slimes? Are you having fun?
Thank you so much, Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli.
It's fine.
Maybe snacking on something or drinking
More
something?
than enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city.
Everyone is talking about dim sum, man.
Dim
My goodness.
sum. Is that some kind of Liyue term for snacks or desserts?
They are a part of it.
Isn't dim sum like an actual thing?
Table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage.
Oh, so it's basically a tea party. Sounds great.
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp.
I agree with Paimon.
Sweet and delicious Paimon knows you'll love them.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
You're not bringing home any souvenirs?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast. Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sigewin.
Oh.
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless
Dang.
with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
Oh, what about you, Farina?
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course.
Of course,
I
yeah.
just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know.
Bits and bobs.
Little bit of that. Just all the things I can use, I think.
So you fell for a few marketing traps then?
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh.
So that's what happened. Wait, what? Where did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
And that's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us. I felt a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
Poor
For
Neuvillette.
my gifts to the fortress of Meripede for me, once he's
Oh.
done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. Maybe he's not as uptight as I thought. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him.
Bruh. Bruh.
Indeed.
Clorand said Neuvillette offered to deliver her
You
gift.
sound such a meanie.
We go to the entrance of the fortress of Meripede. Maybe we'll run into Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
We're even going to the fortress of Meripede, still in this leeway kind of event thing. I mean, fine, sure, I guess. This took quite a turn actually in the story. I mean, I suppose it's... I don't know how I feel about this part though. It feels a bit weird, but yeah. I mean, it's nice to be in Fontaine. I do love the overall looks of it. And we still can't level this thing up, guys. Diggity dang it.
Take it easy.
I am taking... Oh, well, maybe I'm not taking it easy in here, Lon. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna make some tea in the evening. Oh, and it would be, oh my goodness gracious, that would be so delicious. I'm actually curious, I want to check. So in like 3 days, I could make the other video, and most likely will. What do I? No, I don't enter. I just go around. But in 3 days, I most likely will do the other event and record that and watch FH.
Skyward! Scatter!
And maybe if I fill up for it, maybe a bit more heavy since it's been around longer than a month. I apologize. I haven't forgotten about it. I will finish, don't worry.
It's Neuvillette! We lucked out!
I'm just kind of waiting, actually. And not feeling that motivated.
Oh, it's you.
What up, Neuvillette?
It's been some time since our last meeting.
Yes.
Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Neuvillette?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for half a day?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village.
You give Neuvillette a quick summary of everything that happened today.
Thank you for informing me.
So, did you deliver the gifts?
Yes, they have been safely delivered.
Nice.
I have to hand it to Clorant. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of Meripede.
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a formality really necessary for a small matter such as this?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh? Why? What happened?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
That explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave that to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in actuality a legal codex.
A legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law was no different.
Okay.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the fairness and impartiality of judiciousness.
Oh.
As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts, so I decided to have a go. We joked with Clorant some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So, here you go.
So that's what this is about.
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. A gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place. Front and center in the Fortress's showroom.
Surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom. A storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in Chaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local spring water.
Of course.
The aftertaste was much purer than what you have delivered to me in Fontaine.
It stands to reason that the long
Bro
distance
Nouvelet just jumps into the river, slurps every bit of water.
If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source.
Oh my goodness.
Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere.
Oh my god. As the saying, Liu, a balance between work and play is sure to keep your troubles at bay.
Then we are of the same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
Mm-hmm.
If you say so, like, you know you don't have to justify a vacation, right? You can just take one. After all, you're hardly bereft of time.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once.
And how was it?
Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted. But now, I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
Oh! Oh, that looks actually pretty fancy. I like it. Oh wow, what a big ladle.
That's a ladle?
Ladle, I said it correctly, yes!
Long-necked sea creature.
I'm so smart, Paimon.
Indeed, one of my inspirations.
It's amazing.
Really? You like it?
Yes, I love it.
To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should be in order.
It's no problem.
I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is.
Can I really keep this? You made it by hand and everything.
That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted.
If you insist, then I guess I'll accept.
You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite.
You too, Nouvelet. Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, that reminds me. He passed along the advice for Nouvelet's vacation.
Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol. But I suppose I understand her point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does, in part, originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the human world. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
I could have told you that. We actually got the ladle! What? That's amazing! What? Can we actually place this inside? I will place that thing inside though. If hopefully. Oh, the thing is clear? Everything is completed now. So literally the final thing we did in this Lantern Rite event is getting the ladle from Nouvelet in Fontaine. That took quite an unexpected... Okay, oh. I thought it was going into the water, but apparently not. That took quite an unexpected twist. We shall actually go to the Certain Teapot, actually. Because I really like the ladle thingy. Oh my goodness, my throat is killing me. I'm going to make some tea later on. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, I will do a Serenity Pot tour later. Like, there's still one area that isn't finished, that's like right over here. I don't know what to make over there. And for the rest, I don't know if I actually showed you slimes, my teapots. But I'll keep most stuff private. I'll just show you the insides kind of a bit. Alright. Maybe I can put the ladle over here somewhere. Or upstairs, I do not know. Actually, no. Over here quite a few things. I like this fontaine thingy. I don't think I will replace that one with, actually. But let's see, I bet it's an ornament. Yeah, it's right over here. Can I place it? No, I can't place it over here. Main hall. Can I place it in the main hall? I can't place it in the main hall. Gosh, diggity dang it. Alright, then Then I'll need to figure something out. Let's see. I mean, it is cool. I love it so much. Alright, fine. You can look in another room, but not inside the other rooms, because I want to keep that kind of a secret. So, the room back here. Is there any... Oh, no, I don't think there's any place in here. But this is like a little meeting room that I made. Well, more stole from the internet. Very. Let's see. I can't... God dang it. I can't place anything. And if I remove this thing... to take. Can I place it now? I can. But that's quite the... I expected it to be more shiny. It is pretty cute though. This got changes. So I keep the ball thing. I don't know what else to delete in here though that would give me enough space. But maybe this box away. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But you know what? I'm just going to end it right over here. Oh.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you again.
What up, Ga-ming?
Oh, this place is dope. And so huge.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night, Ga-ming.
Oh, okay. Night. You got enough blankets, yeah? Make sure you wrap up nice and warm. If you can't get to sleep and need some company, let me know. Whether there's stuff you want to get off your mind or you just want to catch up on work, I'm down for hanging out. If you have a bad night, I'll make you an herbal tea tomorrow. No, seriously. Nighttime restlessness is all because of heatiness, too.
It's fine, Ga-ming, honestly. So I'm just gonna sit here, and mostly what I do is just do the photo thing, hide UI, and then do it like so or something. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it for this episode. Ga-ming finally is on good terms with his father, which is really nice. I'm really happy that he fixed a lot of his problems and whatever. And we get to enjoy a bit of Lantern Rite, which is pretty cool. So I hope you beautiful slimes enjoyed this beautiful and amazing story, actually. I'm really surprised it was this good, actually. I really enjoyed it a lot. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. And hopefully this filter will block out all the white noise. And if not, then I'm just going to cry in my bed tonight. But anyways, for now, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, liking, subscribing, and I'm just happy that if you're happy. Anyways, I'll just leave it there. Okay, bye. Mwah.